Hey, folks, it's break time. That means it's another edition of the Anime Break Room with your hosts, Will Medina and Dabir Weeks. Dabir, what's up, brother? How we doing today?
What's good, bro? Not too bad. Not too bad. How you doing?
It's getting chilly outside.
Oh, yeah.
It's getting chilly. Winter is coming. Winter's coming.
I can feel the chill.
No, but man, I'm good. Last week, we talked about Blue Lock, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about a lot of the characters that we were intrigued with and a lot of the matches we were intrigued with.
Mm-hmm.
One character that I did like, well, not like, but I found funny at times was Jingo.
Jingo.
He was the shark. The shark looked like dude.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Jingo,
Okay.
I think his name is.
Yeah. I'm like, why is that not?
Yeah, there was a couple things he did that was funny. But when when they played Team V and Kuan made that play on Nagi, kind of just like he kind of ejected himself from the game because he was over aggressive on Nagi.
Right.
So he did that. That kind of helped him win the game. And then at the end, where everybody's celebrating, Kuragami went up to Kuan like, "Hey, come on, come celebrate with us. You're part of the team." And so he's kind of like, ashamed of himself, Kuan.
Yeah.
And then he eventually, I think Jingo comes up to him and, he was like, "Come on, come celebrate with us." He grabs his hand and as soon as he pulls him in, he just decks him with a punch. He just lays him out, bro. It was so funny. He goes, "If you ever do it again, I'll kill you," or something like that.
No, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I like him too because everything that's on people's mind that they don't really want to say, just right away, he'll say it. He'll be the one to say it. He'll do it. Like, no, I don't like you, or no, I don't want you over here, or he'll tell you up front.
No, yeah, he was, and then they had him play defense.
Yeah,
he was
mad.
He was upset, but eventually he bought in, especially in that game against TV, because he was how they call it, marking Reo. He was marking Reo.
Yeah.
And so Reo was like, "Yo, man, shark face, get out of my way." But there was one part, and I can't remember where it was. But it was one part where he was like, "I can't play my sexy game of soccer," or something like that. I was like, "Oh, I don't want to see that," But he's a good character. He was funny. I enjoyed him. But this week we have a little help to talk about our new topic, and here with us is my cousin Lito. Lito, what's up, man? How we doing?
I'm doing good. Loving this fall weather that's coming up. How you guys doing?
Oh, we're good. We're good. It's hoodie season. That's what it is.
Yes, sir.
And I see what hoodie you have on. I'm not really happy about it. So.
Well, you were happy. You saw that Monday.
Jesus. Anyways, he has a Jets hoodie on, unfortunately, and I am a Bills fan. I took that L. But besides that, this week we're talking about the One Piece live action Netflix special.
Mm-hmm.
All three of us enjoyed it, I would say.
Yeah.
It was really good. So we'll get into that. That's our lunch break topic. But let's get into our chop talk real quick, because the last time was when Lito was here. We had kind of a discussion about... Yeah, I guess a discussion, about who was the MVP of the final battle in Hell's Paradise Season 1. So Lito here, I should say, president of the Senta fan club, he's, and I get it when he said Senta, but I feel like I said, Senta was clutch. In my opinion, it was my boy Shion. I think Shion, in my opinion, he got to the point where Senta was able to tell him the weak spot of the Tenzin, and not only that, the way he was fighting the Tenzin by himself at one point. You know what I'm saying? So. And he was putting severe damage, where I think maybe Sagari was putting some damage. Yuzuriha was, I think she kind of kept him on his toes. She wasn't really putting damage on him.
She was like supporting more.
Yeah, but at the beginning, where Muidan was trying to, how can I say? He was trying to capture her because he was trying to, do his. Their training, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he wanted to train her.
He wanted to train her,
quote,
so,
unquote.
But she was kind of keeping him on his toes because her attacks were real, like, agile and swift, and, she was using that,
That
Nimpo
Yeah,
I don't think did she call it like a ninpo? Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
It was
From
this
a-
slime or something.
yeah. It was or
From
yeah,
her pores.
yeah. It was like she was like
Oh, her from her vials, right? Or
yeah.
So she'll drink like a poison or something, secrete it, and use it as a weapon. And the Tenzin was saying how that's a form of Tao, and that is actually pretty powerful. And I can teach you how to perfect it and this and that.
yeah, I think after when she drank it, she said something like Nimpo and then whatever technique it was.
Yeah, I believe
Okay.
so.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, my opinion, she owns my boy, and I it might be a little biased. I don't think it is. I think it's legit. Like, he really was the MVP. But Senta was very clutch because I do like the fact how he was so informative with history,
Yeah.
the history of religions and the statues and everything they had.
Yeah.
He definitely gave him that knowledge
Mm.
on what's what. I just don't think he did anything in this battle besides tell him where a certain spot was.
And if he didn't,
It don't matter.
if he didn't,
Okay, so he was clutch. I give
super
that.
clutch.
He was clutch. Not
Super
MVP.
Clutch.
Clutch is different than MVP, though.
MVP clutch.
No.
Michael
MVP
Jordan clutch.
Oh, Michael Jordan. My God, bro. Let's not get carried away.
That's the beginning. He saved what was it Yuzuriha? The ninja, right?
Yeah, you use it. Yeah.
Went from executioner to saver. Got
And
out
it-
the way of that the one flower that would have gotten Yuzuriha, but he got in the way.
okay.
All right, there's one. Boom.
Definitely
Saved
saved her from that.
saved her
I-
life.
I'll give you this. And this is more kind of just him being in the way, but I'll give you this one.
Being in her way.
Where Sagri was she was aiming the attack on Buidan, and then Senta came and hold him. Like he just held him, but then he yelled at Sagri like, "Don't cut me too!" And then I was like, "Well, how's that even possible?"
You're on
But-
the bigger side, bro. I'm gonna do my best.
Right. But he actually held Buidan for Sagri to attack
That's
in the
true.
one part. So I'll give you that too.
But showed off her skills too. I think that's why she's my favorite, because she sliced him just enough to where you ain't have to worry about my man belly getting slit open. So.
You're right.
Yeah, they each had their parts, but
No,
the
they
most crucial,
didn't. No,
The most
Senta.
I'll give you that, bro. Like he is definitely clutch.
he was on the verge of death right there, just waiting for that flower to take over. But at the last bit
Yo.
of strength, which accelerated it a little bit, of
It
course, because he
did.
strained it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You should have seen what he
Hit
put
the
in the
weak
chat.
spots right there.
You should have seen what he put in the chat the one day. I forgot. He was like 10 months ago in 3 weeks.
Oh, I did a
Sent-
reminder
Yeah, sent to the
on this
god.
day 10 weeks ago. Sent
I was like, what? I was like, dude. I was like, whatever. I was
Saved
heading to
the
work. I'm like, I'm
world.
not gonna respond. I'm not gonna
He
respond.
saved the world with that
I'm not even gonna-
information.
Yeah, I was just like, wow, unbelievable. No, but I mean, like I said, he was clutch. He was definitely clutch. But like everybody, like you said, everybody played a part in that final battle, which was very
That's
crucial.
true.
It was very crucial. But like I said, they wouldn't have got to that point if it wasn't for Shion.
Senta, I know.
Shion. But I can't wait for season 2.
Yeah,
It's gonna be so
it's gonna
good.
be good.
It's
yeah.
gonna be real good. We're excited. It's gonna be fun. I think it's definitely gonna be a good watch. There's a lot of things that they gotta answer, especially with Gabi Maru.
They better, because that cliffhanger was deadly.
Yeah.
Right after coming off a crazy battle, too. You're
Right.
like, oh, man, what a fight that was. And then they hit you with now what's going to go on?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. He was just like, he's looking around like, who are these people? And he just lost his memory of who's what. And then like they're even questioning if he even has a wife. You know,
Just to add on to that, just like, oh man, oh
yeah.
no.
Playing with your emotions. Excitement off a battle to worried about, yo, is this guy crazy or something like
that's
that?
Right.
crazy. Yo, the monk that you talked about at the end. Well, not the monk. Okay, so Jinka, right? The Yamada, the Asama,
Oh, the one
the one they showed
returned.
at the ending credits.
Yeah. Jika.
Yeah, no, I just want to see what his role is because you said he escaped the island, right?
Yep. He just goes back, and now we see him back at that post scene credit
Right. Okay.
with the other young one. I forgot his name. So the
Okay.
Asaman.
Okay, but it seemed like they put a lot of emphasis on that scene with Jika, so it's gonna be like I'm curious to see what he does. Like you know, like
Yeah.
what's his role and everything. Like season 2 is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be nuts. Like I can't wait.
You got so much to show us and tell us.
Yeah, right, absolutely. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good season. Can't wait. Hopefully they didn't confirm anything yet with that, right? I haven't heard anything being confirmed with that so
season
far.
2?
Yeah, I haven't seen anything.
I feel like I've seen something.
Hopefully, I mean, something has to be confirmed, because it was really, like season 1 was really good, and a lot of people definitely was on it. So
it was like 3 months ago
was
that it ended. July.
Yeah.
Was it July?
No. Was it July?
Yeah, I think it was July.
I think I said 10 weeks in the chat. So
yeah, Jesus. Anyways, but
I think there's just been rumors, and
I mean, I can't see why not. You know what I'm saying? It was, like I said, it was so good. Like everybody definitely liked it. I know there's a couple guys that actually one guy at work that watched it. He almost binged it the whole thing in a day. So
I don't blame him.
Yeah, it's definitely really good. And the dub is not bad. Did you guys watch the dubbed?
I love the dub.
Yeah, I like the dub too. Yeah, I did. It was real good. It was good. Sub was great, but the voice actors for dub were amazing.
That's good to know.
Yeah, they were good. They were
it's
good.
Not always the case, so that's good.
No, you're right. AOT. That's all I gotta say. Terrible. I'm sorry, but I
don't remember how AOT sounded.
Yeah,
I'm too scared to hear from what Will say. It's gonna scorch
and
my
it's
ears.
not just me. Like I thought I was crazy for saying it. I think even Ito and Gawi, like two of our friends, I think they I know Gawi for sure because we say all the time. Gawi for sure says, "Yo, that's terrible." I'd rather watch it dubbed or subbed. I'd rather watch it subbed.
When it first came out, the first season, was it only dubbed that we were able to see it?
No,
at that time.
No, it was subbed.
It was both.
AOT.
Yeah.
No, it was subbed.
Okay.
Yeah, it was subbed. Yeah, but I think the first time I watched it dubbed was on Cartoon Network, and I was like, "Oh, okay, this is interesting." And I heard, I'm like, "Yep, I changed it. Oh, I'm not watching that."
Garbage.
Yeah. It was like that Toonami block. But, anyways, as far as going back to our Chop Talk, everybody has a difference of opinion. Wait, the beer, who's your MVP?
I can't say because everybody did their part. I agree with everybody had their own, like Shion coming in, helping them because, he came in at light speed. And just say he came in at light speed to stop all those little rose needles from puncturing people. But the information to kill that Tenzin was definitely key, though. That's why I'm not saying nothing because it was key. Like, my man was in midair dodging. He human, though. He wasn't going to be able to dodge forever. And if he didn't know that, they all would have died.
I just wondered what he was doing when Senta got hit stretching first. He comes up 10 seconds after and saves people.
If Senta was really a key person, Yuzuriha would have saved him. But he was like, yo, I got to save somebody more valuable. So
one thing that got me, man, he's a trained Asaman. He jumps in the way instead of cutting a flower.
Oh, Senta? Yeah. Well,
he's not too much of a fighter.
He was so much in love with Yuzuriha that he just sacrificed his life for her.
I didn't even think about that. He could have used his sword and just cut it.
He could have, but he
jumped in front of it
he just thought about his love.
Amazing how you can fall in love in like a couple days in an island.
He loves her freedom,
No, he loved her. That's what it was. He loved her.
She's so sassy.
Yeah. But no, like he said, the beard doesn't. He likes to equally love everybody. That's what
like I'm the neutral guy.
Yeah, I respect it.
Y'all two fight it out. I'll watch.
Yeah, no. But like I said, everybody has a difference of opinion. I don't see Senta, but he was very clutch. I'll give him that. But with that being said, I think we're gonna jump into our lunch break topic. We're gonna jump to probably what is one of the most successful live action anime adaptations we've seen
in a while,
yeah. Right? What the Kenshin one was the
movies?
The movies,
yeah.
Those were good, right?
Mm-hmm.
But those were Japanese, right? Those weren't.
Yeah, they show it dubbed.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, with the voices.
Yeah, okay. But I heard those were good. I never watched them either. I heard those were good. But from that, was that Netflix? Okay,
I'm gonna have to check those out.
From what the Death Note one was good too, right? Or no?
One in Japan came out. With.
Okay,
the 2017 one.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll just start from the Kenshin all the way to 2023 because I don't know when the Kenshin ones came out. When do you remember when they came out? Yeah,
Maybe
was it
7 years ago? Maybe?
Okay, so it's been 7 years since we had an actual decent live action.
It was like 2019.
Oh, it was 2019?
And then they started coming out a year later with the next one.
Okay.
There was a show, I can't think of it. It was another adaptation that was good. It's not coming to my mind right now.
It was?
Mm-hmm. Not Bebop.
Nah, I haven't watched Bebop. I didn't watch it yet.
Don't, you're good.
Yeah. But
no, I didn't.
yeah. What so when real quick, I don't want to. So when I posted some a clip for our Bebop episode with Daisy, my sister, somebody had comment the live action was a curse. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
Daisy watched the live?
No. Somebody did. But it's I didn't watch it. But like I said, from the Kenshin to One Piece, we finally got a great live action. And I was definitely not excited when they first announced the One Piece live action. It's okay. First of all, One Piece is just not an ordinary world. It's very wacky, weird. There's so many elements to the One Piece world that how do you capture it in a live action? Even the guy that played Zoro, what was his name again?
Mackenyu.
Mackenyu. Even when they called him for the Zoro role, he said they told him, yo, you're doing, we want you to we wanted to bring you in for a live action One Piece. He goes, how is that even possible? And because the world is just so, it's not, what's the word I'm looking for? It's just hard to do. I just figured it would just be hard to do, hard to capture.
You have to bring it down to make it more
normal.
Close to normal as possible, I guess.
Yeah,
like not too crazy.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And honestly, they did a great job.
Yeah, I feel like they did too.
Yeah, so I can't really complain. You might hear me nitpick a little bit. You might hear I think the beer's gonna nitpick a little bit too.
Yeah, certain things are just like, I guess they could. It's some things I feel like they could have still put in there, like with the dialogue.
Right. So. But overall, like the pacing was great. Everything was good.
They did keep it moving. They kept it moving. They kept it interesting.
The thing that I really liked though was the actors kept the integrity of the characters.
Yes.
And they all put their little twist on it, which was cool. You know what I'm saying? Because like we talked about earlier, Taz Skylar, when he played Sanji, he wasn't so, he's not so much of a simp or pervy. You know what I'm saying? It was more when he engaged with with Nami, it was more like Playboy-like. Kind of just smooth, real. Kind of, he was still kind of down to earth. He was like, so what would you like, madam?
He wasn't overwhelming. Like originally.
Nami swag.
Yeah.
He's doing a little swag like a player.
Yeah. He was very swag like. Cool. Yeah. So like I said, for the most part, these guys, like the cast was great. Everybody was great. Like I said, they kept the integrity of the characters for the most part, and I like I said, I definitely enjoyed it. I love the sets. Like the sets were awesome. The Going Merry looked great.
It did. It looked really good, actually. Yeah, especially watching it go out to sea. I was just like, okay,
it hit you watching it sail again.
Yeah. Right. Oh.
Yeah. No, it did. We missed the Going Merry. It was great. But the Going Merry looked great. But they also put in some things too that the anime didn't have, that the anime referred to. Like for instance, when Zoro killed Mr. Seven.
Right.
That wasn't shown in the anime. It was talked about.
Right.
It was talked about.
I'm like, I don't remember them fighting.
Right. But when they first interacted with Baroque Works, I forgot what island they were on. When they were on the island where the two Elbaf warriors were fighting, and they were fighting to get off the island to go back to Elbaf. Baroque Works was on that island, and I think that was the island where they met up with Zoro, and they said, "Yo, you're the one that killed Mr. Seven. you killed them because you told them that if you're not the leader of Baroque Works, you're not going with Baroque Works. That's what Zoro told them. And they showed this in the actual live anime, the actual scene where he killed Mr. Seven, which was pretty dope.
That was mentioned.
Yeah, it was mentioned. It was mentioned, but it was dope. Like
I like that part.
Yeah. And the way they did it, the scenery, was it candles he had?
Yeah, he was lighting up candles.
Yeah, and then I guess in honor of Kunya, right?
Yeah, I can't say her name.
Yeah, but in honor of her, like he lit up the candles and everything. But it was pretty cool. Like it was super dope.
Yeah,
I definitely like that. Like they did that, and then they also did where why he got captured or why he was put in prison for the Marines.
Right. Yeah.
Where he was in that bar and and the way he fights. It's pretty unique because he's not always taking out his swords.
Right.
In that scene, he kind of just kept his swords in the sheath or sheath.
Yeah.
And then he's just kind of just like using his hands, but yet using the sheath at the same time. It was pretty dope. Like I kind of like that. It was interesting.
I did like it too.
Yeah, it was like he definitely like I said it was like more of a twist, and then. Like to see that was pretty cool. Like because like I said, those things were talked about. They weren't really shown, and to see that in the live action, they put the live action. I thought that was pretty cool. Is there anything else that they didn't show? Those are the two things that came to mind, especially with Zoro.
Yeah, especially with Zoro.
With Zoro. I can't think of anything else. I think
they didn't show Luffy. When he left the island, punching the sea beast, they didn't show that part. I was expecting that.
Oh,
I was expecting it. And
the same sea beast that took Shanks' arm.
Yeah. They kind of just showed him. His ship was sinking, and then he jumped in a barrel and just floated off. I was like, okay.
Yeah, they definitely condensed that.
I was like, okay.
Fell asleep in there.
Yeah. And then Avila, he got picked up by Avila's crew.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Which that wasn't. He didn't get picked up by Avila's crew in the anime, right?
I don't remember that happening either.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, but it was cool. Like that would have been cool to see him punching that sea beast.
Yeah,
because
I feel like they still could have did that.
They could have because they showed the sea beast in the Shanks,
right? And it looked really good.
Yeah. So it would have been interesting to see that.
Yeah,
but
show that payback of him. Gum pissed out.
Yeah, that would have been cool. That would have been cool to see. Yeah. I would have minded that. I forgot about that part actually.
Yeah,
I didn't think about that.
It was 1,000 episodes ago. It's gonna be hard to remember anything.
I know.
That's why I was watching, like trying to remember. Okay, this happened.
Same.
Yeah, no, it was like I don't know. As I was watching bit by bit, and what helps too is my girl's kids watching One Piece, so he's kind of. I think he's like on episode. I think he just got to Alabasta. So I'm kind of like, so every time I walk in watching it, I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. So
wait till this part comes up.
Yeah. And then he sees Ace, and I'm just like, yo, Ace is cool. I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh my god. Anyways, but. No, but yeah, like I said, there was a couple things that they missed out. There's a couple things that they put, which is pretty cool. But like I said, I just wanted to see them keep the majority of the story, which they did.
Yeah.
The flashback with Luffy, and this is probably me nitpicking. The flashback with Luffy and Shanks, that was entirely accurate. With the mountain bandits, because
they changed it up a bit. Yeah,
they did. They changed it up a bit. Like I said, this is me nitpicking. I'm not saying there's something wrong with it, but actually, what really happened was the mountain bandit poured the drink on Shanks instead of pouring it on the floor.
Yeah.
It
was more personal.
Yeah. But again, that's just little things here and there. But I think for them, like I said, as long as they kept the integrity of the characters. And the plot was as good as close to the anime as it's gonna get.
As it's like you said, as it's gonna get.
Yeah. Right. So like I said, for the most part, it was like I said, it was good. I enjoyed it. Was it? So, but yeah, that was entirely accurate. And then the first interaction with Luffy and Zoro wasn't entirely accurate either.
Right. They got changed up.
They got changed up a bit, but it was cool, because as they got to the Marine base, that Marine fort, and Luffy met Zoro, and he was supposed to get his swords because he was like, "Yo, if I get your swords, you can join my crew." And obviously Zoro was like, "Nah, dude. First of all, you can't do that." That was in the anime. This one is more like, if I untie you, you're gonna join my crew. Again, nitpicking, but for the most part, the scene was great. Yeah, so I can't really complain. They still captured the essence of Zoro and Luffy's first interaction. Yeah. So that was great. Even they changed Nami's scene too, Nami's introduction. Yeah. Where in the anime, she was stealing a treasure map from Buggy.
From Buggy, yep.
Even though when they first introduced her, it was kind of similar to how she was introduced in the anime, where she took the pirate ship and she sailed away with the pirate ship. Kind of the same thing where she was but the thing is, they showed her on this raft, and she looked like she was like a damsel in distress. And the two pirates came on, and it was like, "Oh, we'll help you," and then she just hops on their ship and sails away.
It takes off.
Yeah. So it's very similar. It's very similar to the anime, but her interaction with Luffy was way different than what the anime was.
Yeah, I feel like they flipped it. In the live action, he's kind of annoyingly chasing her. But in the original, she was more like chasing him, and he just like, no, I'm good, or whatever you want.
It was more Luffy being in the live action, Luffy's being more the aggressor. And then in the anime, I guess she had set him up against Buggy or something like that. That's what it was. She saw how strong she was, how strong Luffy was, and then she was the one like, "Yo, let me join your crew," or let's partner up. And Luffy was like, "Nah, no thank you."
Only after he saved her from Buggy.
Yeah.
And she realized like, "Oh, this kid is strong."
Right. So we see her early, along with at the same time with Zoro, but we really see her join him.
Yeah, she was
after Buggy.
In the anime, it was episode 5.
Episode 5.
Yeah. But in the live action, they did them both together. Because she's looking for a map for the map for the Grand Line in
the live action.
Luffy just happened to be there randomly.
Apparently in the live action, he's looking for it too, but in an anime, he wasn't looking for that map.
Was he looking for that map?
I don't think he was looking for that map. In the anime.
No. The anime, no. He just in the anime, he just ended up. It was random that he just showed up there because he just came out of that barrel, and that's where he first met Kobe and. So in the anime, it was just super random that Luffy just popped up there. But he was looking, for the live action, he was looking for the
map of the Grand Line. Yeah.
Okay,
how to get there.
Okay. And then he found out that Nami is a navigator, or she knows how to read maps and stuff. And he goes, "You should be my navigator," and stuff like that.
She wasn't even looking for the Grand Line either. Well, in the anime, she looked for a treasure map.
Yeah. She was just looking for money,
berries.
because she wanted to buy, the money from the island from
Get her
Arlong.
stash ready. I wanted to ask you two guys about. I want to go back to Zoro and Luffy's interaction. I feel like, the part where they first introduced their trust together, fighting what was his name with the axe hand?
Axe Hand Morgan.
Yeah, so when Zoro in the anime, Zoro gets his swords back. In that moment where Zoro blocks all the swords, and he trusts Luffy to to knock out
Morgan.
Yeah.
Morgan, yeah.
That moment there when they first introduced the trust being incorporated with these two guys. How do y'all feel about that not being in the live action?
Well, again. This is why I say this scene is epic, because if you go back to the anime and in Wano, they redo that scene, and they redo it beautifully, and it's newly animated, like it looks great, and they put more, not prestige, but just more. I don't know. It's just nostalgia. It's way more nostalgia, and especially how they did it. Recently when they reintroduced that scene, and it was. it was a great moment
Brought
to
you back
see.
like, oh, I remember when that first
Yeah,
happened.
because
yeah.
it really hit like, oh,
Yeah, it's like I said, I would have loved to see that, because when Zoro had stopped those Marines, he goes, he said, if I gotta abandon my dreams for you, I want you to slit your belly or all,
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. So it would have been nice to see it.
Yeah, I see. Just thinking about it, I got chills again.
Yeah.
Just rethinking about that
Because
that scene there.
Because like you said, it's the promise.
Yeah,
It's the promise,
the first promise, the first trust, all of that.
Yeah. So it was like I said, I guess, and you can't complain too much because Oda had a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
but I agree with you. It would have been great to see that.
I would have liked that because
Yeah.
right there was when he quickly had joined his crew, right?
Right.
There.
Right after that, it's just like okay.
But then in the show, they got this little
Has
humorous way of both of them saying we're not a crew.
Yeah.
for a while.
That I
yeah.
kind of didn't like, but
Yeah. They're saying that for a minute too. I'm like, eh.
when they said at the same time, not a
Right.
crew.
Yeah. That's when they got off the island, right? Yeah.
When they're on a boat.
Yeah, they're on
They're
the
like,
boat.
now we're a crew. We're not a crew.
Right.
Well, we know in the anime, they were like, all right, we're a crew.
Yeah. Yeah. They bought in quickly. It was just a lot of hesitation, Oh, how about when Zoro was gonna leave them at first?
Oh, when was that?
It was when they were fighting X-Hand Morgan, and he was gonna.
Oh,
leave.
he was walking away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's about
he
to
was
walk
walking away,
because he's seen.
yeah.
He's just like, oh, I could just leave right over here.
He turned. He was like,
Mm.
all right, time to get it
Yeah,
in.
again,
And slid in and
it-
started putting in work.
like I said, the live action, they did a little more dramatics, which I
Yeah,
get it.
yeah.
You put a little more dramatic in it, and
Mm.
but you can see as the series went on, you can see that the live action is actually capturing the bond between Zoro and Luffy
That's
as it's going on and forward, and as it's going forward.
That is
So
true.
I can't, like I said, they're doing their part.
Mm.
They're doing their part.
Yeah.
So you can see that happening and developing as it goes on. But
Yeah.
there little bits and pieces here, but that is epic. That scene
That
with
scene,
where
ah.
he just he got the three swords, he's stopping them, and then he's telling Luffy, listen, I'll join your crew and all that, and it's just like, it would have been nice to see because I think they could have done it.
They could.
They just switched it up.
They
but-
just
did
switched it up, but they could have done it like that.
They still could have done
could've,
that part.
But whenever live action happens, you gotta admit something's gonna be switched
Right.
up.
And that's why I was expecting changes.
Yeah.
So you watch it expecting changes, even though they're gonna bother you sometimes. But
Yeah.
you respect how.
Yeah, I just think it's nitpicking.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm like, oh,
Right, I
it's
wasn't
stupid.
so
I'm
mad
not
at
watching
it.
this no
Right,
more.
Yeah,
right. I
yeah.
didn't feel like that. I was just like, okay,
Yeah.
well, let's see how they're gonna follow up next with something or
right,
whatever.
right. It was just because it's just like you said, that scene was so epic.
Mhm.
You're just like, yo, it's Zoro. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
It's him wanting to say his dream, and
Mhm.
Okay, Luffy, me and you are together now.
They didn't want to make you go on social media and be like, "Don't watch One
I know.
Piece."
You're right.
in big bold letters and stuff.
But
No.
you talking about dreams, I did like how they put emphasis on Luffy wanting people to follow their dreams.
Right.
I did love
Right.
that.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
you don't have to join my crew and give up your dream. You could
Yes,
join my
yes.
crew and still continue to do your dream.
That
Yes.
that's kind of the thing, because in the anime, it's kind of like that's kind of Luffy's thing, but it's not
Yeah.
really said like that.
Right. They put more emphasis on it, which I
Yeah.
wasn't mad about. That.
No, which is what Luffy. He's not, and when he kept saying, "I'm a different pirate," which is
Mhm,
true.
yeah.
Luffy's a different pirate compared to everybody else.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
else is, they
Pirate
want.
Robin.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, they're
Killing.
untrustworthy. Yeah,
Mm.
Luffy wants to help people.
Yeah.
and
yeah.
what's his name again?
Hinaki.
Hinaki. Yeah, Hinaki did a great job
Mm.
on putting the emphasis on the Luffy character.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think too, Inaki, that's him.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's the
He did a
same. He has the
fantastic
same
job.
personality
Yeah.
as Luffy.
Yeah. It looked like it flows naturally.
Yeah, yeah.
When, I know we're gonna talk about it later, but I just remember the one scene with Luffy later with Buggy
Was it? Oh, go ahead and say it.
What? When
Because
they
I'm,
walk-
I'm probably gonna talk about Buggy right now.
when they make the entrance and everybody's clapping on the crowd, and then he starts clapping. I think Nami stops him from
Yeah,
clapping.
he's like, "What are you doing, idiot? Like, don't do that."
No,
Yeah.
yeah, he definitely capturing Luffy.
They stay true to character. That's what I loved about it too.
The
Yes.
oblivious, this Luffy being oblivious to a lot of things. That's
That had me dying.
Inaki definitely captures that.
Yeah.
There's one part, and we're gonna talk about Buggy real quick because
Yeah.
Buggy was great.
Yeah.
There's one part though that Inaki does, and because when I don't want to fast forward too much, but it's when Zoro gets knocked out, like when Zoro gets hurt from the Mihawk fight, and he's cleaning the sword that Wano Ichimonji, and he calls it, and Sanji looks at him and goes, "Why are you cleaning that sword? Oh, this is Zoro's favorite sword. It's the Wada Ichimonkey." And it's like, yo, that's what Luffy would
Yeah.
call it. Luffy would definitely call it that.
He's not too good with names.
No, he's not. He's not. But it's funny. I'm gonna talk about that later. When you said that, it's funny because I don't want to jump off subject. I don't want to jump off subject, but it's funny because when you said Luffy doesn't remember names, but the only names he remembers is the ones on this crew.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about anybody else's name.
Right.
I saw that on Instagram and stuff like that, or on social media. So it's funny that you brought that up. But Buggy was great.
Yeah. It was good.
Can we find out
favorite
who?
one.
Can we find out who was the actor that played Buggy? Because
I was just looking at it.
yeah, he was
Perfect.
yes.
Yeah, he was.
So
killing it.
first of all, the I don't want costume, the face paint, the red nose. I mean, it couldn't get any more accurate
his
than
name is
that.
Jeff Ward.
Jeff Ward.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he did great, and he was still Buggy, but with his own twist.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Like he was dark. He was a little ruthless.
Yeah.
Like you said, he was in that. Yeah, he created that circus show. First of all, he destroyed the town. When Nami ran out of the circus tent after when they got captured, I think by Buggy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they ran out of the circus tent, and she saw the town be destroyed, and obviously, it thought about her and Cocoa Village and all that.
Yeah.
But she ran out of the tent. She saw that, and then you just see like, yo, this village is destroyed. Buggy didn't do any of that in the anime.
No.
He's not destroying village. He's not, being ruthless. He's more like cowardly and, just kind of like whatever.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But in the anime, Buggy's great comedy relief. And you're going to see more Buggy as the anime goes.
Yeah.
You know where Buggy's at right now, the manga. So it's great.
Yeah.
But in the live action, they just made Buggy kind of ruthless,
Darker.
dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it.
I liked it too.
definitely
Yeah. Yeah.
That guy did pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And that scene where he's like, he's like, laugh. I said laugh. He's making people laugh. Like, it was great. Like it was. I enjoyed that guy as he put that little twist on Buggy. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, the way they animated him using his chop fruit looked really good too.
Yeah.
It looked really good.
Coming apart like that came
Yeah.
smooth.
Yeah, and it looked like he's like pushing a little bit.
Yeah, like forcefully just popping him off.
It didn't seem choppy. Pun intended.
No, it looked
More
legit.
like he could just put his body into segments or something.
Right.
The way they were showing it.
Yeah, it definitely looked legit. Like it definitely looked like I was like, wow, that's they did that pretty good.
Mhm.
They did. I can't complain. And then they go with that with Buggy. I think another one that I really like that they put their own little twist on was Usopp. Jacob
Okay.
Gibson.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I feel like Usopp had a little swag to him.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys think about that. He was still cowardly. He was still scared, but I don't know. I just felt like it was
He
a
had
little
a cool factor to
Yeah,
him.
he
to his
did.
personality.
Yeah, because I don't really care about Usopp in the anime, but in the live action, what Jacob Gibson did, he made Usopp cool.
Yeah,
Like, I
yeah.
think he did.
Yeah.
You
He
know,
incorporated all of that. Plus, he was a cool character to the group.
right. But the Captain Usopp, like everything else was true to the character.
Yeah.
He was a liar.
Yep.
The backstory with his mom passing
Yeah.
away.
Oh, that was so sad. They
Even the
really
guy that
showed
looked,
it in there.
yeah, it was very sad. You're right.
Yeah.
Even the guy that looked like Yasopp,
Yeah.
it looked like if I was to picture Yasopp, it would probably be that guy.
Yeah.
his dad.
Yeah.
So I mean, whoever's the people that cast these actors did a really great job.
They did do a really good
They
job.
worked hard on it.
Yeah.
They knew how big One Piece is.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think, for sure. There's a lot of people who went to auditions for casting and stuff.
Yeah.
They went to auditions. And even when they came out of the audition, they were telling the people that cast, they were telling them, yo, this is an honor just to audition.
Right,
because you don't know, they were saying, you don't know how this means to me. I saw that on social media. Like, people were just honored to just cast for the One Piece because, like you said, One Piece is big.
Yeah.
It's huge. But yeah, I like the way Jacob Gibson played Usopp. It was real good. Kuro, Cloudomore the butler.
Yeah,
he was terrific too.
Yeah,
he
great.
did it.
Yeah,
he brought the character to life.
He did the glasses.
He did
all the
did
time.
The
They did
glass.
it with the palm of his hand
yes,
instead of.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I like how they animated his speed too.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. He was perfect. They said they changed that up. The whole interaction between him and Kaya.
Yeah.
Was it different? Okay, did Kaya's parents own a shipyard?
I don't remember them owning the shipyard.
I don't think so either. I think that's just
I do remember them being very wealthy.
Yes,
but yeah, I don't remember them owning the shipyard. Though.
Yeah,
There was a lot they changed in. I know. Was it Mary? They made him like an advisor. What was he? He was something else in the anime. Like wasn't he the butler in the anime?
No,
was he?
Cloudor or Koru was the butler.
What was Mary in the anime?
Right. Well, yeah, I don't remember.
I can't remember him too good, but I knew he wasn't
Right.
like an
So
advisor or anything.
was he the advisor? Watching or not watching, but managing her funds. I don't remember him managing her funds.
Yeah,
I don't really remember.
Yeah,
So they switched his role a little bit.
Yeah.
Or completely.
Okay. But did Koru kill him in the anime?
And I don't remember that either.
Yeah, I don't think so.
remember that.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I felt like he was still alive. Actually, I don't know.
Yeah, like you said, 1,000 episodes ago.
Yo, for
Yeah.
real.
It was long. It was a long time ago. But I mean, for the most part, it was great. And then like the two other subordinates he had with him.
Oh yeah, his crew.
Yeah,
the maid and
the cook.
Yeah,
the cook,
They when they got into character, or when they
It
finally
was actually
revealed,
pretty good the way they got into character. Though.
Yeah.
They did good. They did good.
the costumes look spot on.
They did look. Yeah, I was like, okay.
It looked spot on. It looked really good. It did. Yeah, but Kuro was. I love how they cast him. Who's the actor's name? Was Alexander Maniatis?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that guy played. Yeah, he was great. He had all the mannerisms down.
Yeah,
all the
that's
mannerisms. And then he started attacking, and then, like you said, the speed that.
Yeah.
That was his devil fruit, right?
No, that was just
his
light
ability.
on his feet like a cat.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It was good. No, it was good. I definitely enjoyed that part of the live action because he, like I said, all the mannerisms was down. And like I said, if he didn't do with the palm and the glasses, that's something I would have been upset about.
Yeah, I would have been too.
That's a small detail you look for. Like, is he gonna do it? He did it
because he has he couldn't use his hand because of the blades.
Yeah, because he's so used to naturally using his blades that unconsciously he does it, even though he doesn't have them in his hand.
Right.
That's because he can't.
Yeah, he's gonna slash his
eyes
out.
But it was great. No, that was perfect. And you just found out that Mary was another butler.
Yeah, he was a butler
in the anime. In the anime, they just made him a financial advisor in the live action.
Switch things up
because again, the live action he made it more dramatic.
Yeah.
When Kuro killed him, they had to honor him by
naming it the Going Mary.
Yeah, the Going Mary.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Which you said it was already named the Going Mary.
Yeah.
Okay,
in
the anime,
the name of it already. Yeah.
Okay, but the girl that played Kaya was pretty good too.
She did good.
Yeah,
she did good.
She got her mannerisms down too. Her Usopp.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in the anime, did it seem like they had like a romantic interest in each other?
No. In the anime, it seemed like Usopp did, but she was just like the friend.
Yeah,
of course, Usopp
she friend zoned him.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, she definitely friend zoned him. But in the live action, they kissed though. I was like, what?
Yeah. So again, make it more dramatic and more.
Yeah.
She kissed him on the nose in the anime, or did she kiss him at all?
I don't know if she kissed him at all.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
No, she more friend zoned him. Like Will said.
Yeah. I just think it was a one way. Affair, like a one-way feeling, like Usopp had feelings for her, but she just looked at Usopp as a friend.
Yeah.
Because Usopp was obviously, she was sick, which was, in the anime.
Yeah.
And then Usopp just cheered up with all the
Stories.
his
Yep.
stories and stuff like
Mhm.
that, which she knew they were all lies, but
Mhm.
it was nice to hear something as funny as what Usopp was telling
Yeah.
her. Oh, they didn't show the kids that Usopp had.
Right.
Yeah, they didn't show the.
I was
yeah.
waiting for them. Like, where's his little
Yeah.
followers at?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there was two of
took
them.
it out.
There was
Yep,
two of them.
those two
Yeah,
them.
they didn't. They
his
didn't show them.
subordinates.
Yeah, for the Usopp pirates.
Yeah, they were gone.
Yeah, they didn't show them either. Like I said, little bits here and there, but like it was great. It was like I said, the sets that they had, like watching how Syrup Village looked in the anime and then to live action, it's spot on.
Yeah,
like,
that was,
like
it
I
was
said,
still pretty good.
it was-
I knew where they were when they were showing it.
Right,
I was just
right.
like, okay, this looks good.
it didn't look different.
Right.
It looked legit. Like it
Yeah.
looked the same. You
Yeah.
know. So that was pretty good. I enjoyed that. And then the Barate. I thought that was the best set that they had.
That was awesome. That looked
Oh
nice.
my god, it was so
Yeah.
beautiful. It was so beautiful.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I had to watch it on the big screen TV. I
Got
do.
to see
I
all the
got to.
details in it.
Yeah,
I gotta
of
watch it
course.
because that probably wasn't easy to do.
Yeah.
That probably wasn't easy to do,
They had to
and
put
they
work into that.
and they nailed it. They nailed that set. Like they nailed it. Like they put a lot of work into that.
Yeah.
And then Taz Skyler got a lot of heat, got a lot of criticism before, because when they showed who was playing Sanji, I guess a lot of people were kind of against it
Oh, why?
because he didn't have the hair. I don't know. There was a lot of things why they were against it.
Now that
And
you mentioned that,
you
they
saw
didn't-
something on social media, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it didn't show the curly, his
Oh,
his twirly
eyebrows.
brows. Yeah, he don't have his twirly
that's,
brows.
That's impossible. It's like with Usopp's nose.
Yeah,
It's is
Yeah.
it significant? Yeah, but is it necessary? No, it's not.
Actually, the only thing I feel like they should have still put in his twirly eyebrows, because I was happy he did it. It was funny, but he caught Zoro Mosshead.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, but he can't call him
He
twirly
can't call him
brows,
twirly
though,
brows.
you
But
know? So I
he
like,
was
oh.
calling him how he insulted him was he's a waiter.
He kept calling him
Yeah,
a waiter.
he's-
That was
yeah,
pretty funny.
he's
Oh,
not a
the
cook.
waiter. Why is
Bringing
the
a
waiter
waiter
here?
with us?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, he's a waiter. He's not a cook. And then Sanji's like, okay, whatever, Moss.
I did still like how they was going
Yeah,
back and forth.
no,
with
they
each
kept
other, though.
that.
They
They
better
kept
had,
that.
because I was
Yeah,
waiting for
yeah.
it.
But you're right. They couldn't. It's just that twirly brow is just, it's like you said. There's certain things like I said
Yeah.
you can't really emulate because it's too hard. Or
Yeah.
it's just not necessary. I don't want to say it's not necessary, but it's not like death defying. You know what I'm saying?
His look was still on point for
Yes.
Sanji, though. Everything
And that's
else was
why
still
a lot of
good.
people criticized him because I think a lot of people was like, well, he's not Sanji. But the man put in hours of work.
Of cooking, and I heard he was with his like stretching, being able to really lift his leg.
Yes.
Certain
And
length
and the
all
different
that.
martial arts that he used,
Yeah.
that he learned, like capoeira and
Yeah,
and different things. Like he put hours and
Yeah.
hours of work in, and he's one of the most genuine characters in the show.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's legit. Like he's Sanji.
yeah.
You know what I'm
even when
saying?
it comes to pronouncing out the dishes,
Yes.
and even his techniques, they were so on point that like even in the anime, I could barely understand the names of his techniques. It
Right,
was still
right.
on point with that. I was just
Right.
like, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
They did good.
No, he did
That
phenomenal.
was fun. It was great. Eyebrows
Yeah.
isn't on him. That's on the production if they want
Yeah,
to put
but
it on
yeah.
there.
but
Yeah.
it's but how, what are you gonna do? You gonna draw a curly
No,
eyebrow?
they could
or
have
something?
like extended it with like a piece, but
I thought they would have like, at least something small. Like
nobody in the
nothing
world
too
has
huge.
eyebrows like that.
Yeah,
At least I don't
yeah.
think.
No.
Nah, I don't know.
No,
Like
only
I
the
said,
judge's family.
the judge's son. No, I mean, but it's still not like I'm not complaining about.
No,
that.
everything else
I
was
didn't even
still good,
realize
though.
until you said it.
yeah. Same. When the beer brought it up, I was like, oh yeah, he did it.
That's
You
what I was
can't
like,
call him.
I was
true.
nitpicking a little with my own little stuff. Yes,
right. But for the most part, they kept the interaction with Zoro and
Mm-hmm.
That was
and,
great.
and Sanji. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was great. It was great. I enjoyed it. Like they were really going at it. Like he's a cook. Oh no, he's a waiter.
He's a
and then,
waiter,
like okay,
yeah.
whatever. Like Moss head.
Oh, and you mentioned how he says his techniques when he said the attack at the end.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was like all the great fighters say their technique names or scream it out. And then Zoro was like, oh, yeah. you'll fit right in.
You fit right in.
Because
yeah.
Luffy said that too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You know
why do you
what?
say names after you do your attack?
Mm-hmm. It made me think. Did Zoro not say the name
he
of
didn't
his
say
techniques
anything.
at first?
He didn't say any like two style,
Yeah,
one
nothing,
style. He
nothing.
didn't say anything.
I was waiting for it. I'm just like, is he gonna
Yeah.
just do it later? They add in it for extra, dramatic effect. Like, okay, I'll finally start saying my technique.
But he always
names.
did, right? Or no?
Yo, yeah,
He'll say like
Oh,
like
okay.
Will said, one style.
yeah,
one
one
sword style,
one sword
two sword
style. Yeah,
style.
So
yeah.
is he
Sword style.
never gonna?
He
I
better.
hope so.
He better.
But
I
if he
hope
does,
so.
then it's gonna be a little funny part with Sanji, like, oh, you're gonna say the names now
Oh
too.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I feel like they're gonna do that.
Yeah, yeah, they're gonna do that. Just
He's
to,
gonna be like, shut up.
yeah.
no, they're like I said, that was genuine. Like they definitely kept the integrity of the relationship between Sanji and Zoro.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he
was
does
good.
the Phoenix and can be like, what are you, a bird now?
Yeah, no, it was good. I
Mm.
that was like I said, Taz Skylar played great. He played great as Sanji.
Mm.
And then like you see the interaction between him and Zeph. I think they could have put more emphasis on that a little bit.
On their relationship.
Yeah, I don't think they.
Yeah, I think they were kind of holding out for it
It
for
was-
the flashback.
Yeah, and then it was still like at the end it was a little anticlimactic.
Yeah, I feel like it could have been a little bit more.
Yeah, because the way that
Yeah.
Sanji left, like they all lined up in the anime. They all lined up and saw him leave. And then when he turned around to see Zeph, he kind of like bowed his head and
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
think
Like he
to-
was really
yeah.
showing how grateful he was and
Right.
appreciative. This Shanji, just like he was more like the rebellious type of energy.
But
like,
no, but Sanji in the anime was rebellious to Zeph, right? I would say so.
Yeah, I feel like not as much as they put in the live action, but yeah,
Okay.
it was there.
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean,
how I feel
well,
about
they
it.
were definitely going back and forth.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
they,
yeah.
they go back and forth. They
Yeah,
have
yeah.
respect for each other,
Right.
but you know, Sanji is a little arrogant.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Zeph's like, "Yo, knock it
Yeah.
off." Like
Yeah.
it's. I think in the anime, well, because in the live action, Sanji makes a different dish
Mm-hmm.
that's not on the menu. I
Right,
think he
right.
does that in the anime too, right?
No, yeah, that interaction with about the cooking,
Yeah,
that was
okay,
spot
that
on.
was spot on,
Yeah,
yeah.
That
Yeah.
I liked watching that and them going, he's screaming at him like, "What is this? I'm not serving this. This isn't on here."
Yeah, right.
If I make another beef beef dish,
Yeah,
I'm
gonna
gonna
go
Yeah.
crazy or something like that.
I
The
like
live
that.
action, they make it seem like they were always like that. Because that might be my favorite part when they first met. And Zeph he's tasting the soup that Sanji was making.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like-
yeah.
Yeah,
Need some oregano.
Yeah,
It's like
oregano's for
oregano.
savages.
No, I like that.
Yeah,
that.
even because that was when he was a kid. And
He
he's-
came out of hiding just to say that.
Yeah, and he's trying to stab with a knife, and then he even says it like he goes, it needs more oregano. He's like, oregano's for savages, and then he just like kind of walked away. I like though how they make Sanji French.
Yeah, because I feel like that's his character in the anime. So yeah, that was perfect.
Yeah, that was perfect.
That's
That was perfect. I like that. He's with his mannerisms and the way he looks. He's always wearing a suit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even like he's very proper. Even when he fights, he just fights with his
Yeah.
hands in his pocket.
Yeah.
And then he's always kicking. You're like, okay, him being French, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
His
'cause-
attacks
yeah.
names are French, right?
They are.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's why I could
yeah.
barely understand. That's why I was like, oh, they're spot on.
Flambeau
Yeah.
shot or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I'm glad they did that. I'm glad they did that. It was pretty good. Where would they go? Oh, they went to Cocoa Village after.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Oh, yeah.
Now I gotta admit, so they kind of did something a little earlier. They admitted that Garp is Luffy's grandfather.
It is
way early.
way earlier.
Grandpa?
Yeah. And then
threw me off.
obviously everyone was like, "Yo,
Grandpa.
Grandpa, what are you talking? Like a vice admiral's your grandfather?" Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, they're like probably 300 episodes way too early for that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because I think they said that after Ennie's Lobby.
I think so.
I think they introduced that after Ennie's Lobby.
Mhm.
But again, they have to condense some stuff.
Yeah.
You're not gonna expect a lot of things that like that happens in anime that happen in live action. They
Mhm.
got to condense it. So, at first it's funny because the way how I watched the live action
Mhm.
was I walked in, my girl's watching it. And and the first scene that I saw was the interaction between Zeph and Garp. When I found out who they were, I said, "This doesn't happen
Oh,
in
yeah.
anime."
What is this?
I
I
was like,
felt,
"What is this?"
I felt
they-
the same way. I'm just like, wait a minute, what?
They brought in Arlong early right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
like, okay, what's going on? And then they got to Cocoa Village. Arlong looked great.
Yeah.
Arlong,
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
the way they illustrate the fishermen and the sea, great. You know,
Yeah.
the speed and everything.
Mhm.
Arlong sounds really intelligent, and I kind of
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
I kind of like that, and
Yeah.
he played that race card really well.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
because that's how they felt.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
And then they even foreshadowed Jimby.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
yeah.
said it, that fishman Jinbei
Yeah,
or something like
yeah.
that.
Because he was like, oh, even one of your, because when the Marines came and
Mhm.
they wanted their payment, you know, because okay, we'll sweep everything under the rug. You do whatever you want.
Right.
So he even said, oh, we had the Seven Wars of the Sea. One of your people was. He's like, Jimby, that fool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now in the anime, he never I don't
think he mentioned.
he didn't mention Jim.
Yeah.
He didn't mention Jimby, but Jimby and him were on the same pirate crew.
Yes, they
Yeah.
were. Yeah, the
And-
Sun Pirates.
Yes, yes, they were on the same pirate crew. So there is an interaction there. I'm just glad that's cool that they foreshadowed Jimby.
Yeah, yeah,
That's pretty cool.
I also liked the design of the fishmen.
Yes,
To make them more realistic, they actually looked really good, and I like that I seen the sun tattoo on them too. I was like, that's
Yeah.
good. They better have put that on there.
No, it was legit. I love the fishermen. I love Arlong. Arlong Park looked great. Cocoa Village looked great.
Mhm.
Like we said earlier, the villagers of Cocoa Village actually hated Nami in the live action.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
compared to the anime where they knew Nami was trying to buy the village back.
Yeah, yeah.
But like we said, in the live action, they hated her. And you can see Nochiku, her sister, spitting at her feet,
Mhm.
you know, and it was like obviously a lot of animosity with them, and the flashback where they kill Bellamere, the mother, the adopted mother of Nami and her sister. So, and then obviously they had the animosity because she went to go work for Arlong,
Mhm.
which is, like I said, very accurate towards the anime. But I just love how they illustrated the hatred. You know, it put a little twist on it, which it was okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got to make it a little dramatic, and I
Yeah.
get that. But the scene that I was looking for, and like I said, this is, and I didn't watch it from episode 1. This is the first episode that I watched. Coincidentally enough, this is the first episode I watched.
That you walked
Really?
into and
I walked into,
and she was watching.
And she was
I know
watching.
You couldn't walk away because you was waiting for that part.
That's what
Yes,
hit you.
yes. I was like, okay, and I saw the title. It said the girl with the sawfish tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
I knew the scene was gonna be in this.
Mm.
The Nami help me scene. So I said, you
Yeah.
know what? Let me watch this and let me see how good
Yup.
this scene is. Bro, Emily Rudd played
She
great.
killed it.
She
did.
killed it.
She
bro.
did.
Especially that scene.
Yes. She did exactly what Nami did in the
Yeah.
anime. Exactly to a T.
Stabbing herself on the shoulder.
But even before that, she grabbed the tattoo,
Yeah.
and she's screaming like Arlong. It's just like, dude, everything was perfect.
Yeah.
Everything was
Yeah.
perfect. And Higaki played it well too. You know, him standing there, you know, like Luffy, you know,
Yeah.
just kind of like,
Yeah.
and then grabbing her wrist because she kept stabbing herself with the
Yeah, and
tattoo.
stopped
Just
her,
got
yeah.
chills.
Yeah,
Yeah, same,
bro.
same.
You know, so yesterday I rewatched the episode, and I was like, okay. So I saw that, and then the episode finished, and I'm like, I went on YouTube to check out the anime scene, the animation scene,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, yeah.
Had to rewatch it just to
Oh,
compare it.
yes, it was perfect.
Luffy, help
Yes,
me.
No.
yeah, and he puts the hat on. Oh, dude, I'm like, yo,
Yeah, but then I like how you just like, like really made
yeah,
it
yeah.
fit it on her head like you did in the anime, just like
It was
to let
perfect.
you know I got this.
It was great.
Then the walk away scene.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
where they showed the Usopp.
Sitting down.
Yeah,
and yeah.
Well, yeah, Usopp was sitting. He had his legs crossed, sitting down.
Mm-hmm.
Zoro was
On
he
the
had the
well.
Wano, yeah, and he was holding the Wano Ichimonji, like how he held it in the anime.
Yeah.
Wano Ichi Monkey?
Yeah. and then we had Sanji with the cigarette.
Yeah,
standing,
he could light his cigarette. Yeah.
And
It was game
was great.
time.
It was great.
Mhm.
I loved it. I was like, once I saw that, I was like, okay, I had to give it a chance.
Yeah.
You know, once I saw that, I was like,
Episode 7 and 8 were.
yeah,
Awesome.
they were great.
Yeah.
They were great.
Oh yeah, and I also want to add, the actor that plays Luffy, when he turns the switch on to serious Luffy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did that perfectly.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
head tilt, the serious eyes. He really brought it to life. I was like, that's Luffy
Yeah, he
right there.
did.
When he's
No, he
serious
did.
and he ready to
Yeah.
whoop somebody. Yes.
Yeah, no, he did. Like I said, they all. You could tell this cast, the cast for the Straw Hats, they took this seriously.
They worked hard.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
they worked
did.
very hard.
Yes,
they
they
worked
did.
very hard. They took all of it seriously.
Mhm.
You know, and then so Emily Rudd is a blonde, right?
Yeah,
Is she
yeah. When I
blonde?
looked it
Yeah.
up, I didn't realize that. Yeah.
But you can't tell that's a wig.
No, it looked like it was her
It-
actual hair
yeah.
dyed.
I thought they
Yeah.
dyed it. It's a wig.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. No,
It didn't look like it was. Yeah, it looked
It did-
real.
yeah.
Like real hair.
But I think it was a wig. And I think even me and Kyle would say, "Yo," because that sounds like, "Yo, that looks like it's her real hair. Like it looks
look
legit."
Like it is. Yeah.
But she like, oh, and if you notice too, all the outfits that Nami was wearing was almost like legit to the
Yes.
anime.
Yes.
Especially
I've
with
noticed every
that.
time.
Especially with Coco Village. Like
Mhm.
she wore that green tank top with the blue dots
Yeah.
and the capri jeans.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, this is great.
Yeah.
I loved it. I was like, dude, this is it's like I was watching the anime.
Right.
I definitely got goosebumps. I almost teared up when I
Absolutely.
watched it. I almost teared up.
Almost,
was
or
teared
did
up.
you?
I
One came down. One came
yeah,
down.
I was streaming. I was streaming. You know, streaming with tears. It was great, bro. Dude, that's still today is my favorite scene of all time. Because that was a scene that got me into One Piece, and I was like, if they messed up this scene, I don't know if I could ever watch it.
That scene, and I will agree, like, to me personally, that's the first one that really, like, not pulled me in, but it yoked me up and threw me into the anime because it's just like, it was so much emotion
Right.
into that. And then the follow up after that.
Right.
It was perfect.
Oh, the fight with Arlong.
Yes.
Yeah. And again, if I want to nitpick the fight with Arlong, Nami wasn't in Arlong Park, but you know,
Yeah.
she was outside with the villagers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, but
Because at that time, she wasn't really a fighter. They made her more of a fighter.
and I'm
So-
okay with that.
which
And
is
I'm okay
okay.
with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were missing. There was the one fishman. Was it the octopus?
The octopus
Yes.
wasn't there.
What
Soji?
was his name?
Soji, I think his name was.
I think so.
I forgot all about
Yeah,
him.
But he wasn't there. I was looking
because he
for
fought
him.
Zoro.
Yeah, he fought
He
Zoro
fought
with,
Zoro.
with
He had
his
4 or 6 swords.
Yep.
6 swords.
Yep.
Yeah. So
And then Zoro ended up taking some swords from the enemies and using his 3 sword style, but in the live action, he still just had his one. He didn't grab any.
Oh
anymore.
yeah, because we see that he got broken.
Yep. So he just still stayed with his one main sword, which he still was.
the Wano Ichimonji.
Yeah. He was
Yeah.
still putting in work though.
No, yeah, but you know what? I thought about that too because he plays a role later on
Yeah.
in when
So-
they're in when Luffy decks that one Celestial Dragon.
Yeah.
He's in that scene.
He's in that scene.
He's in
He
that
is.
scene.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised they didn't have him in there.
Right, because that's an
Oh
important
no,
scene
it's
there.
Hachan.
Hachan.
Hachan. Yeah,
Hachan.
yeah. I don't know
Okay.
who Soji was. I thought it's probably somebody else. But Hachan, yeah, that's his. Yeah,
Which I like that character.
yeah,
though.
he's a good character. He's a
yeah.
good character. I'm surprised they didn't do him either.
Right.
You know.
Right. Same.
So that's why he had the one sword.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We forgot Mihawk.
yeah,
Oh no, we jumped past it.
yeah. We did. We jumped past it. I mean, we could talk about it. Mihawk was a good character.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly, I was very critical when I first saw him. I was like, but he played good.
He still
Yeah,
played.
yeah, it
good.
was good.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
played good.
The little
And-
fight scene when Garp called him, that was pretty cool watching that. Him fighting wherever he was fighting some
Yeah.
pirates. or
Oh, when he
whatever.
was fighting Don Craig,
Oh.
That's
which
what he's-
they
yeah,
didn't
he's
show
like-
Don Craig in the Baratai.
Oh, yeah, he was there, right?
He was supposed to be there. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
because Luffy beats him
Yeah.
there.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
But
Yeah.
instead they showed Mihawk kill him.
Mm.
You
And
know,
sliced the ship.
You know
Yeah.
what? And
Which
then
was
even
pretty cool
one of
seeing
the Don Craig's pirates even showed up on
The Barate.
the Baratai. He even showed up in there. They didn't do nothing with him though. They just
They
showed
didn't do nothing with him. He
they
just
did-
got
yeah.
fed, right?
Yeah,
Sanji just fed him.
He just fed
Yeah.
him because Sanji's like, yo, I can't let nobody go without eating.
And that just reminded me, Sanji was supposed to be fighting him.
Yeah.
In the anime, he fights
fights him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which I
yeah.
really liked.
So
that
they
fight.
they kind of like discard all that.
Yeah, they
you
did.
know,
They
they
jumped
just
past
showed Mihawk and Zoro with that
Mhm.
fight,
Yeah.
and they just discard everything with Don Craig and the
Yeah.
pirates and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
that was Sanji's first solo fight for us,
yeah,
wasn't
but you know
it? Yeah.
you can't really
Yeah.
you know, you got to condense somewhere. You know, like you
Yeah.
Oh,
said,
for sure.
you know,
Yeah.
because that they're just putting everything in. That probably would have made another episode right there.
It would have.
You know,
It would have.
yeah. So I mean, at least they showed them. You know, and I
Yeah.
like, and you said it before when we were talking about it way before, how they showed the bounties. And then they just
Yeah,
interact
when
with
it
the
come
bounties.
out,
yeah,
was dope.
That was really cool that they added that. I
Yeah.
really like that.
yeah. So they'll like show a bounty of Mihawk and he'll slice it in half or something like that.
Yeah, they interacted it with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty
Pretty
cool.
cool.
Or like I think Arlon kind of like grabbed it with his mouth and just like
he chopped it with his nose.
Oh, he chopped it with his nose.
Yeah,
That's
he's just
what
like
he- yeah,
like
yeah,
slash
yeah.
slash. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's cool.
Little
Nah,
things like
yeah.
that, I was liking.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
yeah.
they took away some stuff, but the stuff that they added, it wasn't bad.
Right.
It wasn't like
I
you know
agree with
kind
that.
of
It
like
wasn't bad.
ridiculous. You know, so like I said, yeah, we forgot about talking about the Mihawk and Zoro, which was like I said, the fight. I think the fight itself was great. I think you had an issue with it.
Yeah, like I was agreeing with Lito. Like the fight with when he was using his crossblade. Yeah, in the anime he was parrying the sword techniques from Zoro, but in the live action he was just dodging it. He wasn't really using it. He only used it to stab him in his chest.
To the 3 swords he did, he stopped it like
yeah,
once.
he
Stopped
Yeah.
it, which is
Yeah.
accurate
That
because
was
he
it.
did it in the anime.
He did do that in the anime.
That was the only time he used a little sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't mind the fight.
They did show the power difference. So.
Right.
So-
Which is
What
that's
you
all
want to see.
What
Yeah.
you want to see.
Yeah.
I just the after where Zoro gives his speech. It didn't hit me as it hit me in the anime.
Right.
And because there was some dialogue that they left out,
Mm-hmm.
but I just like I said, the Nami help me scene hit me way more
Yep.
than the Zoro scene where he said, you know, I won't lose again, because that's the promise.
Yeah.
That's key.
Yeah.
Again, going back to, you know, the episode where Zoro has the flashback when he's fighting King.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the promise he's referring to.
Yeah.
You know, so I wish they put a little more emphasis, a little more dramatic, you know, a little more of the dramatics in that scene. I just felt like it was
Same.
a little more anticlimactic, and I was like
Yeah.
that and the Sanji farewell could have been a little more, you know, a little more dramatic.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
to
why
me.
it made me think like, oh man, is this not gonna like hit throughout the series or through the season?
Yeah.
Because
Mm-hmm.
it should have been more because he just lost in front of his captain.
Right.
Right.
So he's got to have all those feels, and he just lost badly to Mihawk.
Right. Which
Right.
And
which basically like that was his goal
That
to
was
be.
his
And,
goal,
yeah.
yeah.
And when it didn't really hit, that's what made me think like, oh, it's not gonna.
Yeah.
But then the Nami scene
Oh,
just,
that hit.
I was like, okay, there is some.
That didn't hit, but I think we talked about it earlier. That didn't hit, but to see Luffy caring for Zoro after the fight,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
did like
when
that.
so they got Zeph and Sanji to help him to, you know, because they stitched them up and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But to see Luffy, you know, kind of like we said earlier, you know, he's cleaned the sword and called it the Ichi monkey, you know. But to see him, you know, do all that, to sit down and talk with Zoro, and you know, Zoro, you know, I really need you.
That hit me.
That hit
me.
That
yeah.
hit. So
Yeah.
even though the initial scene from the anime that they add that to the live action didn't hit,
You're saying that made up for it.
that a little bit,
Yeah.
a little
Yeah, I
bit.
feel like they added more things to it to make up for those little things. I guess
Yeah,
maybe he
because
wanted to change it in the future or
even
something.
Nami, Emily Rudd, Nami, she even had her input.
Yeah.
Because she was
yeah.
telling him, Zoro, don't do this. You're not ready. You know,
Yeah.
he's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
You know, or you know, and she was just, you could tell she was, you know, worried.
Yeah.
Where I think in anime, Nami was even there
Yeah,
for that
right.
fight.
I don't remember her.
She
being
took
there.
the going Mary to Cocoa Village.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so.
So
I'm
she
like, I don't
was.
remember her
Yeah, she
being
wasn't
Oh, she
even
left
there
after.
after what?
After
In
that.
the live action.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
left after. Yeah,
Mm.
because Arlong came and got
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and then the scene where in the anime where Luffy has the two cement blocks and Arlong's drowning him,
Yeah.
they kind of they kind of substitute that for when at the Barate where Nami said to Arlong, "Don't kill him, let the sea do it."
Yeah.
So they kind of substituted that with that scene, which again,
That's true.
It's okay. I'm not upset about it. It's just because that's kind of I don't know. It's kind of important because it shows, because Luffy was handling Arlong on land, and then when Arlong took him to the sea, you could see Luffy's, liability.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but again, they just substituted it for that. So there's a lot of things they did change, but it wasn't bad changes.
No.
It wasn't bad changes. I was okay with it because when I saw it, because I saw the last 2 episodes, like I said, before I saw everything else.
Yeah.
So when I saw the fight with Arlong and Luffy, I said, "Yo, where's the part where he drowns, where he puts Luffy on the cement blocks and drowns him?" And then when I rewatched everything and actually saw everything, in order, I said, "Oh, okay." So they just substituted with that, so it was okay. Like I said, all the changes they made weren't bad. It's just like I said, for me personally, the crew, the cast kept all the integrity of the character.
Awesome.
Yeah, they did.
Can't complain. So, and the guy that played Garp was great too. He was great. He was great. It was
He had a little accent.
yeah. It was like 400 episodes too soon, but like I said, it was okay. And then the kid that played Kobe was great too.
Yeah, he did a good job.
He did a good job. And like I said, a lot of people you can tell they put a lot of hard work into this. So it was great overall. Like the One Piece fans got a W.
Yeah,
They
for
did.
real.
They got a dub with this one.
Yeah.
So see, the season 2 is confirmed. Actually, so I think for sure it's not confirmed, but Netflix and Tomorrow Studios, they're gonna do 6 seasons for sure.
Really?
Oh, yeah, that was a plan.
Yeah, but they want to stretch it out to 12.
Yeah, I'm down
That's
with
what
that.
I was
Yeah.
hearing, that it was going to be 12. Okay, that's why I was like, let's see how you're going to finish that. Because I'm like, I was hearing it was going to be 12.
'Cause
Yeah.
where would you end it at 6 seasons,
Right.
We know
Right.
what each season is covering, each arc
Right. Well, obviously season 2
is Alabasta.
is Alabasta.
3 is Skypiea.
It could be. It should be.
That's going to be nice when they go up.
Because
Yeah.
because Skypiea, unless they intertwine it and make it, season 2 both Alabasta and Skypiea, but that's too much. That would be too much for one season, I think. So I think because season 2, they have to get Chopper and Drum Island, and they're there for a little bit too.
Yeah,
with
they're there for a
Wapol and Dalton, and they're there for a little
At least
bit.
2-3 episodes.
Yeah. So
No,
they
they're
got
going to condense it, though.
right. So Chopper and Drum Island, they got to meet up Vivi too, because that's important.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then obviously Crocodile and Alabasta, and then Ace.
Yeah.
So they need somebody to cast for Ace.
Female
Is there somebody else
Crocodile.
that's going to show up in season 2?
Did we say Robin or that's after?
Robin. Yeah.
Okay.
Baroque Works, yeah. So
yeah.
so there's a lot
It's
of
a lot. It's a lot.
there's a lot of things that they could do for season 2, especially with Drum Island and Alabasta. So I think that's just going to be season 2. You do anything after that, you're probably doing a little bit too much, and you're kind of just like running off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would say they stop at Alabasta for season 2.
Yeah, I believe they'll go 12.
Yeah,
'Cause it'll-
Yeah.
especially if they stretch it out especially if they do it the way that they format it here.
Mhm.
Because this
Right.
one was just all the East Blue.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Eventually, when Luffy defeats Arlong, he finally gets his bounty.
Yeah.
And that's a good place to end it. When
Yeah.
he gets his first
No,
bounty.
I like how they did it like that.
Yeah.
Nice little happy feeling at the end.
Yeah.
Right. So,
I'm there too, Usopp.
Back of his head.
which I think he did in the anime, right?
Yeah,
he did.
yeah.
Yeah. So it was great. But I think, like I said, season 2 they would stop at Alabasta, and they will, Baroque Works, and I want to see if they're gonna do the Elbaf,
The Giants.
the Elbaf warriors on that island that they met up at.
That'd probably be one episode or half.
If they do it, because we already said that they cut off a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting to see if they do incorporate that in
They
season
have
2.
to. They have
They played
to.
they played a big part in that arc,
Well,
right? Or no?
they just showed them because they were dueling and Usopp and Luffy had so much respect for them.
Yeah. was so cool.
Yeah.
Jets.
So I don't know. That's something that they could skip. It is, but I kind of want to see if they do it, like how they do it.
I would like for them to do it because it'll look so cool.
Yeah.
They might skip it, but it'd be nice to just get a glimpse of them. Like maybe they're sailing and then they, I don't know, see the island.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Or something small with them.
Right.
I don't know.
Hopefully.
But I think the biggest challenge for season 2 is Chopper.
He's gonna have to be full CGI.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure. Because they did it for, and Gawi said it. They did it for Sonic. They did it for the Detective Pikachu. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
oh,
But
absolutely.
they'll
It's gonna be a ton.
I just want to see how he's gonna look.
Yeah.
Are they gonna do
it?
it exactly how it looks in the anime, or are they gonna
got to.
switch it up a little bit,
They
like
got to.
facial and?
They gotta make him cute though.
Yeah.
because he's
Not only that-
Tony Chopper.
Not only that, but all the different transformations he has too.
Yeah, that's true.
So they gotta incorporate all that. I think he only does. He has his tall 2-leg transformation.
Yeah,
then
where
he
he's
has
like, he's hulky.
yeah, and then he has where he's like a reindeer on his 4 legs. He has
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I think they introduced him like at that first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because he was walking with the doctor.
Yeah.
back and
Yeah.
forth to the town or something.
Yeah, and he better when he hide himself, he better do it the wrong way too.
right. He did the opposite
Outside
way.
Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting. Season 2 is gonna be interesting to see how they do it. They already announced that Chopper's gonna be in it. You just
You're
want
right.
to
I
see
think
how
it
they
will
do
be spot on because we know what happened when it wasn't spot on with Sonic when you mentioned.
Oh my God, the whole world came
They
down.
delayed
The
it.
first
changed
look
it.
of Sonic. I remember that.
Yeah,
That
everyone was like, "What the hell is
hilarious.
this?"
And they used them in a one movie
Yeah.
as a camo.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad because his face looked off, bro. Like
They made him look
Face,
more
hands.
yeah.
human-like.
Oh, that's what. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just like, why would you make him more human-like? No, make him look like
Right.
Sonic.
So yeah,
Yeah.
just copy and paste them.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting to see where they go with this. But I'll be waiting.
I'll be waiting.
I'll be waiting too. Honestly, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. It was good.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
agree with
that.
I enjoyed it.
I agree with that.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So it was good. I can't wait for season 2. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be interesting. So
Yeah, it is.
take it from there. But did we miss out anything else, or was that everything?
I don't think so.
Yeah. You good?
Yeah, just waiting on Smoker. That's it.
Oh,
Smoke
Smoker.
Oh yeah, the final little cutscene with Smoker, right?
That was dope.
That's the only other. Yeah.
It looked pretty.
I mean,
cool.
but I'm pretty sure they cast somebody for Smoker.
Oh
right?
yeah.
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 Miss
So
co-captain or no? Vice
Takashi. I
Yeah.
think her name was.
or
Right, 'cause-
Takashi?
Yeah, something like that.
I liked her interaction with Zoro. Every time they had an interaction,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I liked it. Yeah.
One on one, bring
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Oh, and
Yeah,
that's
I
another
liked it.
thing. So Zoro has his 2 swords broken, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mihawk broke them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the swords he gets Katetsu.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is true.
So the whole arm test.
They better put that scene.
They
in
have
there.
to. Oh, they have to.
I'm
They have to.
upset.
They have to.
I'll be raving
No,
about.
no,
how
no,
that's
no.
missing.
Yes, I will stop watching season 2 if they don't. I would. I'm sorry. They
Well,
have
that
to.
did it for me.
Yeah.
I was all excited. No, I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah, no. They listen. That is key because
Yeah,
that's just
yeah.
how he feels about when they talk about cursed swords.
Yeah. Yeah.
If a sword's so cursed, then
Mm-hmm.
let's see how cursed it really is.
Let's test my luck.
Yeah. So it's it has to be in there.
Mm.
And Katetsu 3 is it's a epic sword.
Yeah, it is.
You know.
Yeah, it is.
So that's I hope to see that with Katetsu. And Logtown's gonna be great. I think it's in Logtown, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, because that's where that's where Smoker has Luffy, and then Dragon.
Yeah.
They introduced Dragon.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things going on in season 2 that we're gonna see. And that's they have to introduce Dragon in Logtown.
They have
Like
to.
not say
Yeah,
who
we'll
he
see.
is,
Never know the way
Not-
they've been.
but not say who he is because they didn't say who he was in the anime.
No, they just
So
showed up.
They just
Yeah.
showed him,
Yeah.
And then when Garp said, "Oh, I don't want to spoil anything," because but when
Yeah.
when Dragon showed up, he saw you at Logtown, and I think I spoiled it anyways. But
That's fine.
but Dragon, they had to show Dragon too.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Who
We'll
they
see. Like
leave
you
out,
said.
who they bring in.
Yeah. I'm curious to see who they cast with especially with Ace.
I want to see
Right.
everybody. Yeah.
I'm curious to see who they cast with
Yeah.
Ace. So it's gonna be exciting. I can't wait. But I think we got everything. We talked about everything. So, but this was cool, guys. I appreciate it. Lito, as always, thank you for coming on.
Always.
We'll see you back in a couple weeks, right?
Oh yeah.
So-
yeah.
But next week, my sister will be on next week.
great.
Yes, and we talk about, in my opinion, one of the most greatest character developments in anime history. Miram, the king.
Mm.
Yeah. I can't wait. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's gonna be
great.
real good to
Yeah,
talk about. I can't wait
yeah.
to just rewatch that just for fun.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about that next week. But as always, you guys can find us on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, and iTunes. The Beer. Our social media pages are
We got Instagram, Facebook,
and X
and X
or Twitter, whatever you guys want to call it. But look us up. Feedback, please. As always, we're trying to get better. We hope you enjoy all this content that we are bringing to you. And with that being said, break time is over. Have a good day.